think people often forget or don't realize that models start out very, very young. If you maybe think back to when you were 15 years old or 16 years old, what were you doing? What were you eating? We are performing in an international, demanding career, and for that, you need tools and you need to know how to do it in a safe and healthy way.
I thought that who I was how I looked. And that, I suppose, led me to have anxiety and depression because I just could not figure out what my strengths were. I had no sense of what my strengths were as a person because I was so preoccupied with the way that I looked. And I'd never done the work on dwelling on success in other areas of my life. And I think that is the most important thing for young models and people in the industry, to act with self-compassion and to understand where their strengths lie outside of aesthetics.
I remember when I first started my career, I struggled with so much anxiety and depression, body image, self-confidence, just a whole range of issues that young girls go through in the beginning of their career within the industry. And at the time, we just really didn't have the support that we needed to navigate through all these challenges.
I didn't know how to actually act in this industry, how I should behave. I had this feeling that I have to be super skinny to work. I was following other girls. I never get any information from my agencies. You have many agencies around the world, so they were kind of happy if I was trying to lose weight all the time, but I was extremely skinny at one point. And the biggest compliment for me was when someone asked if I have any eating disorders, for example. I felt like, oh my god, I'm skinny, I'm enough skinny right now. So I feel it shouldn't work this way.
I had quite a big obsession with food and with my weight. I was told by my agency to keep my measurements down, but I wasn't educated on how to do that. So what ended up happening is I did it in quite unhealthy ways, which in turn affected my body physically and my mental health. And there just wasn't really a place to be educated about those kind of things or talk to people about those kind of things.
I just think personally I still felt too embarrassed to discuss my worries with anyone, and it was just easier to pretend I was fine.
Most of my friends from modelling industry, they've been struggling with similar things that I did. It's really hard to think about all your friends that they all going through mental health disorders.
We need support. We need to support each other, and I hope we can support BWAC Collective on our work, mentorship programs, because I wish there would have been someone who could help me when I was on my journey, and I'm sure I have plenty of friends who would say the same. Maybe our stories would be different and our life would be different now.
I attended my first Be Well Collective event in February of this year, and I arrived at a bit of a low point, having experienced some health issues, or specifically gut issues, in the months prior. So these health issues actually made quite a significant change in my appearance, including severe weight loss and also bloating after meals. And as a model, this created quite a lot of anxiety. Thankfully, as I talk to you now, I've returned to good health, but I can say with certainty that the Be Well Collective event came at a really good time to me. Not only just to open me up to new conversations that needed to be had, but also to provide me with a wealth of knowledge that has drawn out far beyond the event itself.
They've created a platform where models feel safe, they feel confident to come together and discuss the many strains and mental pressures that we deal with on a daily basis. Not only are we able to come together as a community and discuss these topics, but we are also able to receive the help that we may need.
Not only talking to professionals, you're actually talking to people within the industry, people exactly like you. And I think this is key.
What was amazing for me was this massive sense of community and support, which a lot of models really, really, really need. it can feel quite isolating, and when you have that community around you where you meet like-minded people, it's so essential to be happy, I've found.
The new generation, the new models in the industry, they should know it before they start modeling. They should know the risks and they should get the help.
I'm really proud of these young men and women coming forward and sharing their story with you, and thank you for taking the time to listen to it and seeing why the BY Collective is such a necessity and so needed today.